hinge the performance on? You know, it's like based on what?
Talk about last year when we got with Shannon and Ann and Jack and I. About how much fun it is to throw groups like that together and go.
Well, here we are back for the next round of NSL talk. Welcome again, Dan BC and Sully Williams, our expert commentators. We're also back again with the rain. The weather makes it apparently very easy for the NSL news, at least. I can keep up.
I can imagine.
We have completed round 2. So we're going to talk about the situation after round 2, I guess. Have you seen the jumps? Did you see?
I didn't get to see them all. No, I saw the scores. I haven't seen all the jumps yet.
No, now they're about. I think I've seen all but maybe some of the nights, and I haven't seen airspeeds round 2.
Did you expect to? Did you see that after round 1? It looked like well, airspeed may just run away with that. Did you expect the force to come back so quickly?
I think with these teams that are here, I don't think there's going to be much running away. You know, there's some really good teams, and I think if we actually get to do all 10 rounds, I think we'll see many people stepping up, and running with 1 round at a time.
Is there kind of, you feel maybe some caution somewhere, or is everybody already full throttle?
I think, the few jumps that I've watched, I think Fury have kind of been Fury. They haven't been off the line doing anything a little unusual. I think Force really let it all hang out in that round 2, and they really looked like they were pushing hard. And I thought airspeed round 1 was very nice, and seemed traditional airspeed stuff. But I also have learned that airspeed did get 23 on the round 2.
Right.
Were busted 21. And speaking to those guys, they were a little bit surprised about the bust.
2 times the top of block 3. Did you see any of that?
I missed it. I didn't see the bust on that.
Oh, you didn't see the bust either?
I mean, I just saw it once from the distance on the screen, but when I first saw the jump, it didn't jump off the screen at me as a bust. So.
I saw the videos, and nothing caught my attention, so I'm really curious actually. They said it's the top of the block 3.
Right. Well, I brought up that point yesterday. I get a little bit of a feeling that the judging today has been quite stringent, been quite tough, and they're not all lining up as we discussed yesterday. I think Dan asked that question. But there's a lot of red going up. There's a lot of ink, red ink, and sometimes I'm actually wondering myself where it's all coming from. But maybe
Fury had a bust in round 1 also that was right by me. And usually you'll notice the things that'll raise flags. You know?
Yeah, that was from 4 to 5. What was that in round 1? What kind of 4 to 5 in round 1?
Finished 20.
Finish at
18.
When it's just a random transition it was.
I believe so.
Wow.
But
You didn't see that either? Or?
No.
I can't really remember, to be honest with you. I didn't see anything unusual in Fury's 2 jumps that I've watched, but this might set the standard. I'm sure, I'm sure airspeed are going, wow, we had a great jump, we got dinged twice. What's that all about? And it might make things a little more interesting. I don't know if it's going to set any sort of conceived thoughts about how to go into a very fast jump. It's all a matter of how is this a flash or is that a flash? A couple of more tenths of a second and a short flash and a long flash.
The way they've trained now, that they can't. There's no changing it. Now
Right.
you're going to train the way you've trained, and you've prepared for the meet, expecting the judges to judge a certain way. And if they don't judge that way, it's not like you can change that plan. It'll cause you more damage to try to adjust for them than it will be to just go full steam straight ahead.
And there is not a lot of flashing practice anywhere any longer. Everybody flex where you have a new grip. Nobody's flashing any longer. So only with the double grips, I guess.
Anywhere they're close, people know.
Where it's close.
You're going to see a lot of flashing in the random jump because there's a lot of close grips, similar grips.
Yeah.
or a lot of busts, one or the other. But
Yeah.
the flashing is what's going to save you on a jump like that, whether you had a grip or not.
Are there a lot of double grips and stuff on that sequence?
What do you mean double
I mean,
grips?
same grips?
Yeah.
So it's O to A, front pair got the exact same grips. I can't remember all the points, but yeah, it's H to P.
A to N.
And A to N.
center's
There's a
got
lot.
the same
That,
grip.
that last jump has the potential to be a world record, obviously, and it also has the potential to be a gig fest as well.
Right.
You know, if a judge that's going to go that quick that if there's enough judges lining themselves up and not happy with the separation, then it could be interesting.
It's going to be different too. The judges, you guys have tried to score jumps like that, and you need to be really familiar with what you're watching to see them going by that quick, because your finger will barely keep up. You know, but you need to be able to. You need to be very familiar with what you're watching, and have actually practiced judging jumps at that speed in order to accurately judge them. So it's going to be interesting to see the judges who haven't had the chance to see the top teams doing those jumps are going to be a bit shocked. I hope they have the chance during this weather to pull out a few and see what those jumps look like.
They've not practiced a lot of 50-pointers so far.
It's, you know, how often do you have the chance to do that? You know,
Right.
you've got to get the footage from the teams and see what that actually looks like. It's not like judging a three block jump.
If you're judging the jumps of like me 2 or 3 years ago, that's already a pace backwards. It's not the same anymore. It will be interesting.
Yeah, I think you tend to gravitate towards pressing the button on the synchronization, and not right or wrong, but that's the way it is. But on the flip side, the teams that are the most synchronized generally score the most points and are actually performing the best jump as well. So
What about the Golden Knights?
help me out with their scores. I think I saw
they're
a
tied
20.
with Paris Fury so far in third
Okay.
place. So they have 2 clean rounds. The only company actually with 2 clean rounds. And it's
You can
they're in the
never,
mix.
you never throw the Knights out. You know, they've got the experience, and there's a certain advantage when you've got a really experienced team who's jumped together. So those guys have experience together.
Right.
You know, that group
Right.
does. So it's not like they're 4 really great skydivers, but who haven't jumped as a team. And you just show up at the meet with a whole lot of couldn't care less and go for it involved. And
And this time they're coming from 8-way going down to 4-way. That makes it even more fun going.
so I'll be my money's not on them to win a 10-round meet
No,
with, you know, teams that have trained this hard, but they'll get a few rounds, I think.
Yes, I had a small conversation with BK, and he was saying that it is quite unusual going from 8-way to 4-way because apparently they have 0 4-way jumps in training. They have 2 hours of tunnel, but of course they multiple-time world champions in the disciplines and whatever. And he said they were busy checking stuff a little bit too much on the first jump, and they're hoping to try and release some of that and let it go. But the guy that's doing fantastic there is Sean, the young
Yeah,
kid
he
in the
has
tail,
it.
because I'm sure he's the guy that's feeling the heat right now. He's jumping around all these world champions and
Yep.
He
performing
hasn't
at
had
this
the
level.
4-way training either. He
Yes.
doesn't have the history.
Yeah, so
First big meet for him, BK says, which it is kind of. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
good
been in
for him.
nationals before, but never on the top team.
it must be a lot of fun.
I'm more curious what they're going to show in 8-way actually.
I am too. It's. I mean, you can never write the Knights off. You know, anyone who's been competing for a while knows that. But it's really exciting to see a Golden Knights 8-way team with so many new faces on it.
Yeah,
You
that
know,
is
who-
awesome.
Who have worked so hard and really stepped up like that. You can tell that the Golden Knights dynasty is reforming.
Alive and well.
Yeah, they're coming, so I have to stop that. They're waiting.
Speaking of the guys, right?
They look hungry, they look keen, they look enthusiastic, and they've made 900 jumps apparently.
900
So 900 8-way jumps. So that's a great recipe right there.
It is, and you can just see the future in him too. You know, walking up like that. So it's exciting to see. We haven't seen that for a while from the Knights. It's been most of the experienced guys who've been around for a while. It's great to see a young team like that.
So France may get some competition there. Huh? I mean, they will continue to train, obviously, if they win out there.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, that was round 2, so I guess we'll meet again, hopefully after round 3 or
hope so.
sometime, maybe end of day.
This is an improvement. So.
There's potential over there.
We got 2 rounds complete, that's great.
Yeah.
I didn't even expect that.
We'll get
All
a
right,
couple
good.
more in.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks, good.
Dan.
You got it, good.
Thanks.